In a quiet village, there lived a kind-hearted woman. Every morning, just as the first light touched the earth, she lovingly cooked breakfast for her husband, daughter, and son. But her heart was big. She always made one extra roti, a flatbread, and placed it on her windowsill for any hungry traveler passing by. Every day, a hunchbacked man with a limp would pass by and quietly take the bread. But he never once said thank you. Instead, he would mutter a strange phrase to himself. What you do bad will stay with you, and what you do good will come back to you. Day after day, the woman grew deeply frustrated by his lack of gratitude, wondering why he was so rude. Eventually, her patience completely ran out. Angry and determined to teach him a lesson, she made a dark plan. To make sure he never came back, she poisoned the dough. But the next morning, just as she was about to place the poisoned bread on the windowsill, her hands began to tremble. Horror and guilt washed over her as she gasped, "What am I doing?" She rushed to the stove and threw the poisoned bread directly into the fire, watching it burn away. With trembling hands, she made a fresh, pure roti and placed it on the window. The hunchback came, took the fresh bread, and repeated his usual phrase, completely oblivious to the deadly mistake she had almost made. Time passed, and the woman continued her routine, silently praying every morning for her son who had gone away months ago to build a better future. One evening, there was a knock at her door. She gasped in shock. It was her son. He was gaunt, wearing torn clothes, and looked like he hadn't eaten in days. He collapsed into his mother's arms, whispering that it was a miracle he was even alive. Her son explained that he was so weak and starving that he had collapsed on the road, certain he was going to die. But then, a hunchbacked man appeared and gave him his last piece of food. The man had told her son, "I eat this every day, but today, you need it more than I do." The mother's face went pale, and the room began to spin. She realized with absolute terror that if she had not stopped herself from poisoning that bread, she would have murdered her own son. In that heart-stopping moment, the hunchback's cryptic words finally made sense. What you do bad will stay with you, and what you do good will come back to you. The woman finally understood that goodness is like a seed. It may not grow right away, but it always comes back to you in unexpected ways. Every act of kindness holds the power to transform lives. So always choose kindness and never stop doing good, even when it feels like no one is watching.